We are live. Get the screen bigger. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic Empress, coming at you with the one, the only, the shining L star. How are you doing tonight, sweetie?
Peace and blessings. I'm well. I'm well. I'm nursing a sore throat.
Oh no.
It's due to allergies. It's not a cold. Yeah.
You only have to. I run around everywhere with a mask on because of smells and dust and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
totally get it. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest here tonight, she is totally amazing. You guys think she said I was busy? No. Mm-mm. Because Nima has, in the art room with Nima, don't you have a show, Abstract Art? You are on a radio show, am I correct?
Well, we are in hiatus, but yes,
She's
I'm
on a
a former. Yes.
She is an artist, a painter, because there's some of her, she'll show us a couple of her pieces tonight. Um, she is an author, a writer. She has like a million books.
Oh wait.
But wait, didn't you just release your latest?
Yes. Yes. Yep. My latest is this is the latest book. This is the latest book. The title is Some Shit I Would Never Say Aloud.
You know what? See, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe I need to write a book, part two, some shit I need to say out loud.
Right. And the funny thing about it is that I say it's stuff that I would never say aloud, but now I'm saying it. So that part is over.
It is over. But you know what? It needed to be released out of your spirit,
Yes.
and it's more than likely stuff that people want to hear, some people need to hear, and it's some stuff some people would want to say, but don't, and I don't say certain stuff because it's not gonna come out right.
I understand.
It's gonna be like people gonna be like, what did she just say?
I understand. I overstand. It true indeed. True indeed.
Yes, because we live in a totally different world. And with all that you have going on, you are still so concerned about people because Nima sends us well some of the people in her list. I'm gonna say her dear ones. Things that are going on so we can be aware. She'll send us a video, just be careful. She's like, she'll probably, because your big mama is still here with us, am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. So God forbid, I hope big mama lived to be 200, but you won't be the, you in line to be the next big mama in the family.
I sit sometimes I try to pull back a little bit because it can be overwhelming, constantly getting all of this negative information from different places. But it's stuff that I want to know about. So if I care about you, I love you, I like you, it's
Hmm.
stuff that I want to send to the people I love, even
Yeah.
though you may know. I want you to. Sometimes we need to be reminded or nudged a little bit, like, "Hey, remember they got this scam going on. Remember this is the new way they lure women and children. Whatever it is."
Yes. And I just think that's great with all that you do. I'm like, wow. So now tell the audience, when did you start writing? What sparked your flame?
I started writing in the fourth grade, which was many years ago, and I wrote a song. And I believe I told you this a long time ago, but um, my imagination is very crazy. It's all over the place, and I often say that I have about 7 or 8 characters up in here, and if they all don't write, they may fight, and we don't need that. We don't need that unleashed on the world. So they
Right.
all need to have something to do. But in fourth grade, I wrote a song called I'll Get Revenge on You. And pretty much, yeah, in fourth grade, can you imagine? A little boy broke my heart, and he told me he really liked me. He was carrying my books home from school. We were helping each other with homework. Actually, I was helping him because I was smarter. Whatever. Um, and then all of a sudden, you know, because I wouldn't do certain things, he decided to, follow the girl home from school that did do certain things. And so I just said, the verse was, no matter how hard I tried to love you, you still broke my heart in two. I'll get revenge on you. And this is fourth grade. So I've been writing since then. And that's it. I have a love for stories, short stories, and poetry. And when it comes up here, I have to write it out.
Right, right. Because you don't get any peace until you do. You like, I want to go to sleep. And it's like, no, you want to get up, get that pencil and paper, and jot this down.
You know the routine: pencil and paper, toilet paper, the ink pen, a matchbook cover, a notebook, your hand with some lipstick until you can listen.
That's what I do. Because sometimes it don't come back around. At least
No,
for
no.
a long time.
Say it.
And it's just oppressing. So it's like, I got to write this.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. It's amazing how men can provoke us to do something that we think there's going to be is really negative, but it turns out to a positive.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's awesome because that's how I started writing. And I didn't intend to write poetry. I didn't even know I was writing poetry. But I think that's awesome in the fourth grade. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And Nima, wait, I was thinking about you this afternoon because I said, Nima, you told me before about you have these people in your head, and with the stuff that we're finding out now, I'm like, that's just the ancestor speaking.
Come on now. Come on now. Come
I
on
mean,
now. Yes.
you know what I mean? Like the lingo and the people that really study and all of this, and
Yes. Mhm.
like the ancestors are speaking to you. Well, honey, they about to have you be a billionaire because
My mother, you're my mother. My mother says that. Hey, mommy. My mother says that all the time, and I love. Well, she loves when she's at home and I go visit her, and she can have me to herself, and I tell stories,
Mhm,
and I literally will go into a character
mhm,
for a long time, and she's like, "You gotta stop. You gotta stop." Either it's too funny and she can't stop laughing,
mhm.
or she's like, "That's scary," because I have literally created characters that were on the plantation and things that I would say to my folks that I'm trying to get off get away from, our captives, or, that kind of thing. And I would just go into the character and stay there. And she'd be like, that's enough. That's enough. That's it. That don't do anymore.
That's more than likely what that is. It's the ancestor speaking. And have you ever thought to write a play, write a screenplay? I don't know what that is with the movies and stuff, what they call that stuff, but you should think about doing a play.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I did write a play back in, but it was a one
Yeah.
woman show. Yeah, I did it. I wrote it. Actually, I am a playwright. I wrote it back in 2016 or 17, and it was called "Every Smiling Face Is Not a Smiling Face," and it dealt with mental health issues. But it was the story of my life. But the characters that I played like my father's character, my
Right.
mother's character, people that I knew, an ex-boyfriend, myself as a young child. But it was
Mhm.
talking about mental health issues and how um, we can be traumatized from such a very young age and not even know it. We were traumatized as a people, first and foremost, before
Oh,
it became a fancy word to use.
exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Before people knew what traumatized was, we as a people were traumatized. So I use that to kind of come out and explain to my family that there's a lot of pressure sometimes that's put on me as
Yeah,
a young person, but standing in the shadows of older people and trying to maneuver and make sure that everybody gets help, everybody stays together, and in the meantime, I could be falling apart, but I
exactly.
can't let people see it. You know how you're in the street and you see somebody and you hear somebody saying, if one more person, that's my last straw. If one more person, I got this much patience.
Mhm.
But they have a smile on their face. You have to be careful of those smiley faces
Yes.
because it could mean your life, someone else's life, etc. So that's what it was called. It was called Every Smiling Face is Not a Smiley Face. Yeah.
You might need to revive it and do it again and write a new one.
That may be.
You
I'm gonna
know,
think about that. I'm gonna think about that.
and I would, I want to encourage you to allow the character that wanted to get free, that was on her way to freedom, to get free. Because one thing I'm getting from all the stuff I'm reading and whatnot, and everybody keeps saying they wrote it on the walls. They wrote it on the walls for us. That's our freedom. Write your story, write our story on the paper. We need
Hmm.
it on stage. We need to see it on big screen. We need to see our story of freedom, our story of healing, our story of being trauma free.
Wow. If my
Yeah,
voice wasn't the way it is right now, I would actually give you some of that, but it definitely is not going to sound right at all.
right, right. But and it's cool. I understand that. But I'm gonna have to bring you back so we can you can do that because I'm telling you, we things have changed. Um, it's not what it was where people didn't know. People are waking up, learning that certain words are not what they said it meant, learning that that's how we was put to sleep in the first place by using their language. So I'm not going to say, oh, don't speak it, but I'm going to say be careful of what we speak. Some things just look it up, see what the root was, see where it came from, because unknowingly you can just be rocking yourself right on back to sleep, and that's one thing we don't want to do is be awake and then go back into what they call the matrix now.
Yeah.
um, so I think that's awesome that
Mm.
that you have those gifts and you have the ancestors with you speaking to you you know Another awesome thing is your paintings speak to me like they literally like speak to me
Thank you. Thank you so much.
every time. Like the one I seen today, I was just like, peace. That's just what it said to me, and I was like, oh, Nima. I was like, yeah, that one. But all of them, they just, I don't know. Because I always say that art is an inward expression of an outward. No, art is an outward expression of an inward emotion of what's going on inside the person.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Um.
I believe that expressing it through the beautiful ways that you do, that keeps you grounded. It keeps you at peace. It keeps you from exploding, you know,
Yes. Yes.
at times when you take on too much as far as family, because when you love people, you just you want them to be safe.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
make right decisions, good decisions, wise decisions, and go in the right way. So I'm
Hmm.
really glad that you have all these avenues. in order to release.
Mhm. Thank you. Yeah, it definitely comes in handy. And just like you said, and sometimes it actually, people say, oh, well, poetry saved my life. Absolutely. Art has saved my life. Absolutely. Being able to express. And a lot of times people can kind of tell what mood I'm in depending on what I'm painting. Sometimes they're very, very dark
Mhm.
and angry. Sometimes they're very light and bright and happy. Sometimes they're kind of like in the middle, kind of like not sad, not happy, kind of mundane or kind of subtle. It's like, okay, what is she trying to say here? And believe it or not, I even have pieces that sometimes I paint and there's just I have no idea what's going on in me. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and something said get up and paint and I just start painting.
Right,
Like, why? And I'm like, I have to go to sleep. I have to go to sleep. But I can't sleep until this is done.
right, right. You gotta let it out. You
Yeah.
gotta fix it. That's what's up. That's what's up. It's that I'm gonna tell you, it's all a part of the call. It's all
Mm.
a part of you being a part of the huge picture. You're
O-
doing your part,
Okay.
and it's always another assignment, another um, story you're gonna have to write, another person you're gonna have to encourage. So it's like, okay, have your moments, but let's go. We still gotta keep pushing. Um, because I know I had a moment. I was like, forget it. I'm just not doing that anymore. And spirit in me say, oh, really? You gonna stop doing what you love because of somebody else? No,
And that
Lavina.
happens sometimes, and you got to get it together. Like, oh, wait a minute.
Exactly. That's what I have to do. And because when I say I really like this is one of the pieces to what I'm doing. I'm like, because I like talking to people, I like fellowshipping. And um, this could actually, because you're so close. So the next time we do it, I might come to you so we can set up the stuff, the lights, and you can do it live. I'm like,
That sounds really good. That sounds really good.
yeah, yeah. Now I want you to show a couple pieces of your arts, please.
Okay. Let's see here. Because we're live. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see. How can let me do this? Can I do this? Yeah.
I'll
All
move you
right.
a little bit.
All right. Here we go. Did I? Wait, and there we go.
Okay.
All right. So this
Now,
is one of my pieces. This piece. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
go ahead. I
Oh,
apologize.
this piece is actually 2 years old. This piece is 2 years old, and it actually started out as a project for someone's living room. They
Hmm.
wanted four what I call a series. They wanted it's only one. This is only one piece, but they wanted a four-piece series. So
Hmm.
once they did the first one, they said they didn't like it and they wanted to go with something else. So I
Hmm.
decided to keep this. But this was their living room, the scheme, the color scheme of their living room. But I love this. I love this piece. I actually
Hmm.
love it. I gave them a little more, but I love this piece. Um, that's it to this. This has no rhyme or reason other than the color scheme. And I
Right.
just thought the different shades of blue was
Hmm.
something that I love.
Right.
I love blue. I love black.
Hmm.
So I had to incorporate the black inside the blue because to me, if you don't have black, you don't have anything. I'm
Well,
sorry. That's just how I
right.
am.
But Nima, do you know that really is true?
That's how
Because
I am.
but it's true. That's what the world, well, not, that's what the universe, that's what the cosmos is made of. And so are we. That's the ether, that's the galaxy. the dark matter, um, the melanin is black. Um, it's I'm telling you, it is the totality of everything black. That's where
Yeah,
it all starts, in the dark. So I get it with the black. Somebody asked me, why do you always wear black? Is that all you own? Of course, it's not all I own, but black goes with everything. Black is
yeah, it
beautiful.
does.
Black is me. So
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
now,
This
Nemo,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
to tell you about this piece. This piece right here is actually 4 years old, and
Mhm.
I cannot part with this. It's actually sideways. It actually goes that way, if you can see it.
Yes.
But these are bats. Those are bats.
That's what I was gonna say. Are they bats hanging upside
Yeah,
down?
they're bats. I got the painting is sideways, but they're actually bats, and they've been sucking on black blood for so long that the black is starting to. They're filled with blood, but the black is starting to take over. That's how they become black. To me, that's how they become black because they suck on the blood of sisters and brothers, and these bats actually represent a very specific culture. I'll put
The-
it that way.
you,
I'll be like that.
Nima, now that's awesome for you. That you know what I'm saying. You said that. That's that abstract. You.
Sometimes I don't like to tell people what things really are because I've had a couple different art shows and I've
Mhm.
explained to people in detail what it was, and they were like, nope, that's too deep for me. I just wanted some colors. No, thank you. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Everything is not for everybody.
Exactly, but wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I can't, and I don't think I will ever part with that. That's just one of my favorite pieces. And the bronze and the gold, actually, it was gold, and I painted bronze over top of it
Uh-huh.
because the things that we have naturally as a group, the things that we have naturally as a group, people always want our natural resources. They go to certain continents and certain countries that
Yes.
are full of melanin to
Yes.
get very specific things. And all of
Mhm.
this represents that positive energy. Matter of fact, it's like oh, hello, like Wakanda.
Mhm.
Or like what's the other movie? I'm a movie buff. Um oh my gosh.
Was it a
Oh my
Marvel
gosh.
movie?
I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just watched it the other day.
The Woman King?
No, with the blue people.
The Avatar. The
Avatar,
Avatar.
thank you.
Yeah.
When they came to their land to get that energy from the trees and
Yeah.
suck on the life force, this is
Yeah.
what that represents.
Yes.
So it's and I have over 100. I had over 200 paintings. Now I'm down to 100, which is great.
Hmm.
Which is great.
Right. Right. That means they're moving.
Yes,
A blessing.
yes,
That's a blessing. But because the colors, like you said, it represents the people, the blood, and also the land, because
yes.
what's the land, the materials, the elements and whatnot. It's us. That's why you can't party.
I can't part with it at all. Years ago somebody said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take that," and the energy was just off and wrong, and I was just like, "Ooh, can I interest you in another piece?" You
Okay,
know,
okay.
that's
That's
just
what
how that goes.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, and that's what uh, that you would think would make people want that thing more. I mean, would respect us more.
Mhm.
And not only that, you're also doing what the ancestors did, because everything they done was about culture, was about us, was about how
Mm,
we live and things of that nature. And that's what that's about. It means something to you. It's dear to your heart. And
absolutely.
we are a loving, caring people, you know, but it's not to be taken advantage of because we're like that. It's like, no, no, we didn't, we're not here for your, just your pleasure or your demand or because that's what you want. It doesn't work like that. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
have some respect.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you can come share the land because, and that's what's really messed up about what they're doing. It's enough to go around.
Isn't it though? Isn't it?
It
Isn't it?
is
Isn't
enough
it?
to go
Isn't
around.
it?
Enough for
But
everyone.
you know what? This is how I look at it. It's enough to go around, but some people still don't know how to get it. They still don't know how to use it properly. And I look at that and I try my best not to go in this direction because sometimes people don't want to hear all of that. But it's I kind of liken it to, again, being on a plantation where you have the black woman, the Nubian woman, the African American woman, the African woman, feeding her children, nursing her children, but she can't nurse her children yet because she has to nurse the slave owner's children. Because although that woman was blessed to be able to have the same thing, it wasn't what they needed. They knew if they got it from us, it
Come
was
on.
meaningful. It was full of nutrients and substance and life giving. And
Mm-hmm.
they took that. We had to nurse our own children, you
Mm,
know. And
come on.
then God forbid they didn't. They beat our men and took our men. Sometimes we would even have to feed them because there was not enough food for them to eat to continue to work in the field.
Come on.
So, it's like, again, that life force, they have it, but they want what we have. They
Mm-hmm.
have access to it, but for some reason, it looks better when they take it from us or when they get it from us or when they, or whatever. And to anybody that feels any kind of way, if it don't apply, let it fly. That's my saying. If it don't apply, let it fly because this message may not be for you, but it may be for the person next to you.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what? And Nima, I am so grateful in the way you're expressing yourself because I can feel, I don't want to say the anger, but it's not, it's a, it needs to be said and you're saying it in the right tone. That's why I say I'm not feeling anger, but I'm
Right, right,
feeling
right.
that assertion where, oh, this is going to be sad. And it's something because this show is going the way it's supposed to go. I'm telling you, I had a thought that it was going to go in this direction. And I believe because it's needed.
Okay.
And it also may be because that's something that I need to release. Because that's one thing I don't do on social media, or even I really don't talk about it a lot because I don't talk about it pretty much at all. Maybe with my son, but because I used to get so angry, and when I say angry, I'm talking about angry where I want to fight. So for the longest time, I had to guard my heart, so I wouldn't speak on what was going on. But I so do not like it. I so don't agree with it, and I'm tired of being
Mm.
scared when our loved ones leave out or they're coming back. I'm like, enough. Because the deal is, we have power. Our words are powerful also. And I know it to be true because our ancestors in Haiti, when they fought Napoleon, oh, they whooped some behind. Do you hear me? They set themselves free. And that same power that our ancestors have, we have. So it's time. I'm not telling anybody go around beat up people or kill people. No. What I'm saying is we have a right to protect ourselves. And we have a right to say enough is enough. We have a right to build our communities. We have a right to have hospitals, grocery stores, clothing stores, hotels, whatever it is we need. And the deal is, we're not going to say, oh, you can't come in here because you're not black. Oh, no, no, no. Come on in. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the cuisine. Enjoy the silk sheets. Long as you pay, let us stay. It's just as simple as that. When what that's what I'm saying, we deserve to have. We have a right to the tree of life. And that's what we need to do. See ourselves on the tree of life. Because that's what's been taken away. We don't see us in that. Start seeing yourself
Mhm.
want to be.
Mhm.
And that's where you will be at. Start thinking positive of ourselves. Start speaking positive of one another because we're connected. Just like you was talking about the story Avatar. It was all connected. We're connected to the earth. We're connected to the sky. We're connected to the universe, which is still expanding. That's how we keep going because the universe keeps going. So it's pulling us up out of whatever it is and bringing us forward. And it keeps pulling us up and out, pulling us up and out. So can you imagine with the pulling and coming up that we stand up?
Yeah, that would be wonderful. That would be a sight. Everybody's not ready for that, and you have to be ready. And you got to realize. Listen, everybody has a role to play. Everybody has their own part to play. Just because you see people on the front line, maybe your position is not on the front line. Maybe your position is in the back, supporting cast. Okay, maybe you can't be the actor. Maybe you need to be the boom person, or the
Mm-hmm.
lights person, or the camera person. So it all depends on um, what
And
position you're ready and able to play.
yeah, and know that those roles are extremely important also.
Yes, exactly,
You know,
exactly.
you can't
You
go on the
can't do it
stage
without them.
dirty. You can't go on the stage with no lights.
Mm-mm, you can't do it
Sound
without them. That's
system.
right.
Yeah, the sound system is woo. That is definitely important. You know, so everybody, and that's the thing with everybody has to understand. It doesn't matter what your title. Everybody is important. Everybody.
That's right.
So I'm like, it's amazing how the way they have the system set up is so jacked up because the teachers who you leave your child with for what 8 hours a day gets paid this small amount of money, and you got people playing on the field getting millions and millions of dollars. You do the math. I'm like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, no, people, it's not supposed to exactly be like that. It's supposed to be, we need to really push. And not saying you got to pay a teacher $1 million, but he or she needs a whole chunk of nice money.
Yeah,
We are keeping people's children all day, every day, you know.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, and also we need to see ourselves in our history books
Absolutely.
and be just simply called our story. It's our story.
I agree.
Yeah. And it's time for even the writers, the poets, we can start working on things of that nature because we can write a better story. That's how it's going to manifest. Well, that's another way it's going to manifest because we
Right,
have
right.
to, okay, the story is written. Now let's walk it out, you know, walk it out.
Exactly.
because it's just like when uh, it's something because William Washington, when I was on his show,
Mm,
he asked me to do a because this is how I started. Well, this is how I ended up going live, but he asked me to do his show. He was gonna have knee surgery or something. I don't know, and showed me how to do lives.
mm.
Well, it was brought back to my remembrance here recently when I was in my 30s. I when me and my husband at the time would go places, girl would videotape like I was doing a show and asking people questions on the video.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
dope.
and I started doing it in Jamaica when we went to Jamaica on vacation and whatnot. Uh, I cracked out because I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is something I really, really like doing," and I'm doing
That's
it,
dope. That's really, I think that's dope. You still have that footage? I will hold on to it.
girl. Oh my goodness, that was so many years ago, Nima,
Okay.
and I have moved. I know 3 times since then,
Okay.
but I'm gonna go looking through my stuff
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because
Look,
it might very well be there.
look for it because I think that would be dope to bring it fast forward and bring it up to date
You
and do
know,
something, do a project with it.
yes, yes, but definitely. Um, so wow. So Nima, tell us a little bit about what's in the book.
In the last book or in general in the
In,
books?
in the last book. Well, we can talk about the books because you also created Love Thy Brother's Day, June 8th.
Yes. Yep. Yep. All right. So let me talk about that one. So all right. So this book is entitled Peace King, Can You Hear Me?
Mm-hmm.
Peace King, Can You Hear Me? And it's dedicated to all the brothers around the world um, that need encouragement, need upliftment, need a little push, need some extra love, a hug, or just to be told you're worthy, you're necessary, we appreciate you, we love you. And it was actually a part of the Love Thy Brother Day holiday, which I created in, I believe it was like 2013 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
I created this holiday because I was literally at night, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, you're watching TV, some of us, and you see all these things: save the whales, save the elephants, save the birds, save
Mm-hmm.
the cats, the dogs, the hat, the bat, the cat, the knife, whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, man, we need a save the brother. We're here to save the black men. We're here to save the brothers, save the Nubians, save the melanated individuals, the kings. So anyway, I said, you know what? Instead of talking about it, how can I do something to help push an idea forward? So I talked to my manager, shout out to Brother Borfree. Um, and we discussed it, and he was like, yeah, I like that idea. That's really dope. I think that would be great. And I said, you know what, I just want to do something. So it's a holiday that I have celebrated every June 8th with a group of people that I know, and we haven't gotten it to the point where it's on a regular calendar. We do know that there are avenues that we have to take to get that. But what I wanted to do was hold on to it for us first before it went out to everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
because that way I can control it. What I noticed a lot of times when you sometimes, sorry, I had to decline. Anyway, what I noticed is that sometimes when you create things, once you give it to other people, is no longer your own. It
No.
takes a lot of twists and turns. And I wanted to hold on to this as long as possible. So it's a holiday to celebrate brothers all around the world. So what I encouraged people to do, and they have been doing it, was, and it could be people, brothers in your family, it don't have to be strangers,
Right.
to donate your time at a shelter, a men's shelter,
Mm-hmm.
or cook for a group of men,
Mm-hmm.
or give gifts to a specific man. It doesn't have to be a group of men. It could be your son, your husband, your father. Um, on that day to just say, "Hey, I love you. You know I love you, but here's a little extra something." We have so many holidays for so many things. We got Grandparents' Day, Secretary's Day, Teachers' Day. Everybody has a day. Mother's Day. Um, March is National Women's Month,
Right.
and Black men fathers they have Father's Day. And normally on Father's Day, what happens? It's Father's Day. We got you some stuff for the grill so you could go cook for us.
Right.
Or we got you some tools so you could go work on our cars. This
Mm,
is specifically about them, for all those young men that look in the mirror every day and never had somebody to tell them, I love you. You're going to be fine. This is what this book is about. Um, Matter of fact, I'm going to read the back of it. It says, this book, work of poetry, is encouragement, information, and a deep love that was inspired by the Love Thy Brother Day movement, reminding the kings around the world, as well as the rest of humanity, of who and what they are in order to change the game and get back to loving, respecting, and building as a community.
mhm.
So that's what this book is about. So you may go in it and it's something as simple as, okay, Peace King, can you hear me? You are kissed by the sun. So it can
Mm,
be something as simple and easy as that. Or, Peace King, can you hear me? I love you. So this is a good gift to give to any brother that you know, because so many times, we have these young men in the streets. Not that young women are not, but these young men in the streets, they're killing each other, they're hurting each other. And I heard a young man saying this on the news the other day, a teenager. He said, "All we want is attention. Sometimes we do this stuff for attention, for people to look at us, to know who we are, to see us, even sometimes if it's in a bad light or a negative light. It's like a child. You have to think about it. It's like a child when they start having tantrums and they
mm,
can't get their way. Sometimes they're doing it because they want their mother or father's attention. They want to
mm,
be picked up. They want to be held. They want to
mm.
be nurtured. They want to be loved. And so this book is that extra push to say, young brother, I don't know if you heard this today, but we need you. We love you. We appreciate you. Did you make a mistake? Yes, we all do. But pray, believe in the Most High or believe in a higher science. Whatever it is, you have to love yourself. So that's what this book is about.
Yes. Yes. And that's something that you said that because there are going to be days where nobody tells you that they love you. And that's when we get in that mirror and you got to love on yourself. You have to encourage yourself. You got to be true to who you are. You got to look in the mirror and love you and like you every day. That by itself is so important. And then also, we, as I'm going to speak for myself,
Okay.
it took me a long time because we're always told, oh, you're supposed to be married and you got your soulmate in the man and that's it. And everybody's looking for a soulmate, dot, dot, dot. A soulmate isn't always in a man, it's in your child, it's in your mother, it's in your sisters, it's in your brothers, it's in one of your cousins, it's in one of your girlfriends. It's not always linked to a marriage type relationship. And yes, it's there also, but when we keep looking for love all out here, like all out in the street, the club, the church, the mosque, look within and look right in your arm reaching vicinity, and it's right there. Everything we
Mhm.
put on earth, birthed in this earth with everything we need. We lack nothing. We've just been told we lack stuff, but we absolutely lack nothing. The body, we're here, placed in the earth. The body heals and corrects itself. It cleanses itself. It changes and renews all of our organs every 7 years.
Mm.
See, I'm telling you, if we start recognizing how amazing this piece of machine, it's not the way people talk. They're like, That's just the host. It's just, I'm like, it's a beautiful, constructed, what a beautiful thing to host our spirit, to house our spirit. It's just as beautiful as the spirit is, and it's amazing. I'm like, when, you know what I mean? When you look at your hands and your legs and you wiggle your toes and you can get up and you do
Hmm.
all kind of things with this body, and it houses this brain, this consciousness.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And then the electricity that goes off in it. We're electromagnetic. I'm like, we are truly amazing, beautiful,
Hmm. Hmm.
wonderfully made.
That's right.
Like, it's amazing. And when you see somebody with no arms they still going about their life enjoying
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Somebody
Yep.
with their legs cut off enjoying their lives,
Yep.
you know? And that's why I'm like, we're in excellent health. It's like, let's go. Let's do whatever we want to do. We can't keep listening at the news and these people and
Mm.
lead them to, y'all go over there. You want to be miserable. Make yourselves miserable. Go on. We're not coming to misery land. I'm like, and not only that's too many beautiful things on this earth to enjoy, just
Hmm.
sit and you connect to nature. You literally connect to the water, to the moon, to the sun, to the plants, to the drum. It's a tree. I, I still speak to it and love on it and I hug it. I'm like, it's just the little bugs. I speak to everything.
Mm.
Everything is alive.
Um,
It's alive.
true, true.
Alive.
Listen, when you said the bugs, I was like, oh, God forgive me, because I know when I'm
Wait.
out and about and I see a bug, I'm like, God forgive me. And I especially from where I live in, I'm like, oh, it's summertime, it rained, and it's dark. Oh, you go. And I'm always, oh, God forgive me. And I had to tell my granddaughter one day, I said, she's like, why do you always say God forgive me if you step on a bug? I said, because they were coming out to get something to eat. They had a family to go back to. And now they can't get back to their family. Their family's waiting for them to come back home. And they're, you know what I mean? And she's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah. So
she'll get it one day. She's like, my mom was right. Alive. The rocks are alive. Everything is alive. Isn't that amazing?
sometimes it's too much to even comprehend. Sometimes you're like,
I,
wow.
wait, I
See,
stopped trying to comprehend it a long time ago because girl, I would get
that's my
headaches.
problem. I'm still trying it. I'm like, oh,
No, I
my
just,
brain. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me just woosah for a minute. Because
girl, because
sometimes it's, yeah.
yeah, your head be hurting trying to figure it out and
I'll be
why
like, oh,
and I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna just thank you, thank you.
yeah, no, no doubt. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, it is a. I'm telling you this. So I, I know for me, doing
Mm,
more appreciation, it just changes the atmosphere. It changes that
mhm.
inside me and outside. Because I had gotten to a point where I was just angry, just frustrated. And
Okay.
if it's one thing I don't like, is
Mm,
to be controlled.
I
I don't,
understand.
I don't
I
like
understand.
somebody trying to make me feel like I don't have any choices when the one who created me gave me free will, gave me choice.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
take choices away. Don't take anybody's choices away. It's
Yes.
important, you know.
Hmm.
So I was just like, you know what? I gotta stay on track. I gotta stay on track. Now, Nima, Yes, we're gonna have to pick a date when you can come back because I want them to hear some of your poetry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
I don't want to stress your voice. Now I'm gonna tell you what make it feel better, like real quick.
What?
Tea with honey, lemon, and 2 whole cough drops.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have that as soon as because I just had a big thing of tea, honey, and lemon. And
Put two.
what's so funny? I used to do that. I don't know why I haven't done it. I guess it didn't even dawn on me because I just purchased a big bag of halls with honey, and it
Mm-mm.
didn't even dawn on me to use it. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it's gonna clear that right up your throat. It
And
feels
the crazy thing is, it doesn't hurt at all. It's just it sounds like this, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt. None of that. But it's just the
I
stress
know,
of it.
because I've seen you perform before, so I want
But
them to get. I
let
mean,
me tell you,
when
it's
you.
so much better than earlier because earlier, this is how I sounded. Okay, okay.
Oh my goodness.
So it's come a long way.
Okay.
It's getting back. It's getting back. I'll
Yeah.
be working my way back to you, babe. To the burning light. Sorry, no.
There you go. There you go. And then lay hands on it. Healing, come on. Healing, come on. Yeah.
Yes.
Call that thing forth. Mm-hmm.
Whew. Healing, come on. We need you.
Yes. There you go. Tomorrow you gonna get up and be like, hey.
You know what? That will be a blessing. And if everything goes according to plan, my mother will be visiting me for the weekend, and I hope she comes because I've been trying to get her over here for the longest time.
Oh,
So yeah, she hasn't been here to visit. I'm going to see her, but for her to actually stay a weekend, I'm like, I'm about to have a girls' weekend with my
honey. Uh-oh.
dad.
Okay, honey. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun. It's always cool to hang out with your mom.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
definitely.
definitely want this to get right so I can do some poetry and so I can go into my character because let me tell you, when I zone out, I'm literally like this and I'm rocking back and forth and I just go into my story and I can't even do it because this voice is terrible. But
Well,
it's
so it's okay because we're
deep.
gonna do this again.
It gets deep. It gets deep and I'm like, and then I come out and I'm looking around like, okay, all right. That was interesting.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Because it's we need to hear. Now, does she have a name?
No, that's so funny. She doesn't. I just get into it and I'm just like, Lord, I told that see, I can't even do it. I told that child long ago not to go up that house. See, I can't even get it out. It needs to be because it's a whole story
Gotta
about how she told the girl, the young girl, not
have-
to go up to the house, to
You
stay away from the house. And she went up there anyway because she was hungry because they didn't have enough food, in the slave quarters.
don't
And she was
tell her. Don't tell us. Wait
sorry.
until because we wanna. Because it's gonna be powerful.
Like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I know it's gonna be powerful
yeah.
because we did. I used to do African dance, and um, the instructor she taught us this dance where we were um, coming off. We was they set it up like it was a boat, like a ship. We had
Oh,
and she was telling a story, and we danced to the drum while she told the story. We was
girl,
crying,
I got a piece that will go so good with that.
honey.
Shut up.
I'm gonna tell you.
You
See,
still dancing?
oh my goodness, I haven't like sometimes when I'm home and certain music is on. Well, it doesn't. Sometimes it don't matter where I'm at because if I'm outside and it hit me, it's on and popping. Um, but I haven't done African dance in a minute. I have the drum. I'm learning to play the drum.
I got
And
some percussions.
listen, I got this right here. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get it out the closet.
Oh, girl, I got some percussion. Don't start no, and I got a keyboard. Don't start no stuff. Sweet girl. Oh,
I'm
sister,
telling
let
you,
me.
listen,
Mm,
this year, and I know it's coming up. Maybe we should plan to do something
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
my Brother's Day.
yeah,
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 because I
yeah.
could do that poem, Black Man, Black King.
Mm.
And if the guy, maybe newbie can come with me, maybe we can beat the drums. Um, excuse me, maybe we can let the drums speak. As I don't want to say beat the drum, we can let the drums speak.
I
If we,
understand. Girl, sister, honey.
yeah,
You speaking some words.
we
You
gotta
speak
listen.
words.
Listen, the great mother didn't bring us together for nothing. There's
All right
always
now.
okay,
All right now.
always a purpose, and she slow walked us. You understand?
Hmm.
She slow walked us to this place. So now we're connected. Once we made that contact, we made contact the other day. Let's go.
You speaking.
Beat of the
But
African
I'm sitting here like, oh shit.
heart. The beat of the
Mm.
African heart. The beat of the African heart. It pulsates. It soothes. It leads. It guides.
I'm
It
ready to
pulsates.
start hitting my table.
It soothes. It leads. It guides. Girl, yeah, that's one of the songs. It's a poem that goes into a song.
Okay.
Yeah, I've performed that. At my cousin had a birthday celebration for Malcolm X. He has
Oh,
a
nice.
forgive me for not recalling the name, but yeah, and I did the beat of the African heart, and Newbie was there making the drums speak, and we did that piece. Goes into it. It's nice, and I'm telling you, the drum is nice. It literally speaks to your heart, and that's the first drum beat that we hear in our mother's wombs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's also what took a lot of us to freedom. See,
Yes.
they couldn't, certain people couldn't understand. That's why they didn't want to allow certain people to play because what is this? The energy is driving us crazy. It's too much positive energy. It's too much togetherness. What is this? What is this? What is
Yes.
this stuff going on? Next thing you know, oh, you listening. You listening for that sound so you can learn where to go. You looking at the stars. You counting the stars. You watching the moon. You watching the way the river runs.
On.
Everybody couldn't do that.
Yes. Exactly.
And we done took away this. We done took away that. What's next? Oh well, now we gotta watch the way they braid their young girls' hairs because they done put the maps inside the braids. They done braided the directions to freedom. And come on now, come on now,
Because
come on
see, let
now.
me tell you, they thought because we didn't speak English, we wasn't intelligent.
We can't communicate.
Our ancestors was mapping the cosmos and the earth. Come on now. Just because we couldn't speak what so and wait a minute. Another reason we wasn't speaking it because you ain't want us to learn to read. But
We created our own languages.
listen, li- honey, they might have took the Madunetta from us, but we getting that back now. Okay. Well, actually, years ago, some brothers and sisters been deciphering it,
Okay.
but because out of the Madunetta came the Greek knowledge, Latin, French, and English. All the
Every
languages that exist because of the Madunetta. So, honey, first of all, everything the creator made is intelligent, which means it has the ability to learn anything. You can learn all the languages you want. Whatever you choose, anything on this planet, you can learn it. I suggest you learn things according to life so you can bring life and give life and continue in this earth. But there's no stupid people. There might be some people out there to do stupid things.
Yes.
No stupid people.
Yes.
None. None. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like when people they talk about war ancestors were slaves. I'm like, and that's not who they are. That's something that they experienced. But they're not stupid. For somebody to plot and plan and learn how to go smuggle people out of that situation, they laid the mat for that. Like you said, putting it in the braids. Come on now, honey, black people, wake up, wake up, wake up. Know who you are. You're so powerful. You're so strong. You're so beautiful. You're so gifted and talented. You're brilliant. And it's a genius that is in you. Wake that genius up. Wake the genie up. Wake the genie up. But yes, we definitely got to get together and sit down and get the plotting and planning and
Mhm.
happen, make
Mhm.
some things happen.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely season for it. Definitely. Definitely. Definitely.
Hold
Nate,
on. I have to. Can I say one thing? I have to say this. I saw this. I'm so late to the party, as they say, but this is a trend that they do on. I don't know if it's TikTok. I don't know, but I know I saw it on IG, where people say, "I'm so and so." Of course, I'm black. So this is my new thing right now. I'm a black woman. Of course, I know about the ancestors. I'm a black
there,
woman. Of course, I know that we spoke a lot of different languages. I'm a black woman. Of course, I knew we were mapping roads before there were maps and roads to be mapped. I like, come on now. I could go on and on and on.
exactly. It's just, you know what? It's amazing. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know who you are, where you come from, what you're a part of. And
Yes.
yeah, and we're taking what they did and applying it to our lives to continue forward, building, teaching, growing, and enlightening others. So, yeah, yeah. And it's a time to enjoy that. And it's not to make anybody feel bad or
Oh,
no. This is about our upliftment.
yes. This is
Yeah.
about love.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. Love. That's what it's about. Hmm. That's what it's about. Because, honey, uh, you just a living witness of that's what it is. How you got them ancestors in you, honey. They ready to tell a story. They ready to speak.
Trying to I'm listening. I'm definitely listening.
Book called "Let the Ancestors Speak." Oh, I should have my phone over there. But yes,
Okay.
it's
Who
time.
wrote that?
I gotta get my phone because it's in my phone. It's downloaded to my phone. Where I don't even know where my phone is at. Nima.
Okay.
I'll text it to you.
Okay,
Actually,
cool. All
I'll send
right.
you a link because it's actually. I wonder if I could just send you a copy of the book because it's in my online um, library. So I might be. I'm gonna see if I can just send you a copy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. God bless you.
Thank you very much. That was a cough, but I'll take the blessing.
I
I
know
know
that's.
it's gonna be like this.
I thought
I
it
know.
was. Yeah. I thought it was a little.
Guess what? I'll take the blessing
I know that's
anytime.
right.
Anytime.
Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna definitely get together and plan that. Now, is there anything you would like to say to someone who is looking to get started in writing, started in painting, art? expressing themselves,
Yep. 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 Yep.
and
Get started.
tell people where they can find your books.
Excuse me.
Do that also, and purchase your paintings.
Okay, excuse me. So you can find all of my books. I have 16 books right now. I'm working on my 17th and 18th. So you can find all of those books on Amazon.com under Nima Shining Star L. You can go to the link in my bio on IG. I'm at Nima underscore EL, Nima underscore EL. Hit the link in my bio. Excuse me, and all of my books will pop up. You can go to Amazon. You can actually inbox me personally, and I will get you an autographed copy. Um, but yeah, and with my paintings as well, you can jump in my inbox. And oh, by the way, all of these paintings are one of a kind. I don't do copies, so nobody will have what you have. Jump in my inbox. I'll let you know what the prices are, and if you have a color scheme in mind, you can let me know about that. Excuse me. That's because I'm talking too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as
Got it.
look, I finished all of my tea. Now I'm like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also to each and everybody, each and every one of you out there, if you want to write, do it. You want to paint, do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, use what inspires you. It could be um, negative energy that you need to transfer and write it down, as opposed to doing something hurtful or harmful to yourself or anyone else. Write it down, paint it out, keep a journal. Whatever you do, just get started. Even if you do one line a day, 1 line a day, 2 lines a day, whatever it is, get started. Sometimes it's best to not even think about it. Just do it. Get yourself some canvases. You can get them from the dollar store, Family Dollar, or Michael's
Mm-hmm.
art supply store, whatever. Not to promote anybody, but you can get canvases anywhere. If you don't have money to buy canvases, go to the dollar store. They have little canvases, 8 by 10. They sell paints. Start there. Everybody will not understand what you're doing. Family and friends may laugh at you. They may say, oh, now you're an artist. Oh, now you're writing books. Or now you want to paint. Do it. And sometimes you may get more support from a stranger than your own family at first, but they will come around. So just do it. Be encouraged. Watch videos about artists. Watch videos about people that write. Just start it and start today. That's it.
Excellent. Excellent. Nima, thank you so much. And where can people find you on social media?
Thank you for having me. You can find me on IG, Instagram at Nima, Nima underscore EL. You can find me on Facebook at Nima Shining Star L. YouTube, everything Nima Shining Star L. YouTube, Tumblr, everything.
That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And look for part two of this because she's going to come back and she's going to let the ancestors speak. Um, so we are looking forward to that. And she's going to do maybe two poems the next time she
Whatever
comes.
you want. Whatever you want.
Yes. So,
Got a lot of material here.
yes, exactly.
So
She has,
I'm ready.
let me see some of the other books, Nima.
So this is poems, thoughts. Wait a minute. Poems, quotes, and thoughts provoked. This was my first solo project. Came out in 2014.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Um, yeah.
And who does your covers?
Actually, I have a different publisher now. My manager is my new publisher. Again, shout out to Brother Born Free. But originally, my first couple of books I did with Black Rain Publishing. Shout out to Kim Merrill. Um, and we collaborated. I told her what I wanted to see on the books, and we got together. And I always try to put my picture on the book or inside the book.
Yeah.
But we collaborated on a lot of them. I just told her what I wanted to see, and she designed it. And I say yay or nay or put this, put that, and that was it. And she did a great job. And now my publisher, Brother Bor Free, who has his own publishing company. Um, Again, I usually tell him what I want to see on the book cover.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
collaborate and we come up with something, and it's always wonderful. And actually, some of my paintings I use for my book covers as well.
Yes.
Another thing, if you want to purchase a painting and use it for a logo, I had a gentleman that has a baking company, and he
Mm-hmm.
bought a painting, original piece, and he used it for his logo and other things for promotion. So, but
That's
this is one of my paintings, and yeah, and then thirdly, um, and this is a good one, um, a good one right here, and I always forget when I'm doing my interviews to shout him out.
yes,
Brother
sir.
Wallace, Brother Wallace Ford. He is an artist from Philadelphia,
That
and
is.
he go ahead.
I was saying that's excellent.
Thank you. I gave him an idea of what I wanted to see,
Mm-hmm.
and he designed this cover. And I don't have the other book with me, but he also designed um, Peace Queen. Can you hear me? Because you can't have something dedicated to the kings and not have something dedicated to the sisters.
There it is. There it is.
So
But
yeah, so yeah.
didn't you also collab with your son and do a
Yes,
book?
and I don't have that. Thank you for bringing that up. I
That's
don't
what
want
I was interrupted. I'm like, wait a minute, where's the
to.
son go?
Yes, we and I don't even have that book. And thank you, but there's a book called Nima's Nightmares, and it's a collaboration with my son Ishmael. Thank you for reminding me. His pen name is Ish the God, and we collaborated on a book together, and we call that our Edgar Allan Poe ish book. So it's horror poetry, and short horror stories. So I did the first part of the book, he did the second part of the book, which is entitled A Twisted Mind. So Nima's Nightmares, A Twisted Nightmare from Nima Shining Star L and Ish the God. I will post that later. So but I always try to get my family involved. This book right here, until the pencil breaks, until the ink runs out. That's what I want you guys to do.
Mm,
Write until your pencil breaks or the ink runs out of your pen. This book is a collaboration with all of my children, my granddaughter, and my mother. So they all have pieces in this book
that's
because
all.
it's a family affair.
Yes, yes, yes. Now,
Thank you
Nima,
for reminding me.
you're welcome. Yes. Until the say the name of that.
Until the pencil breaks, until the ink runs out.
Is that a poem?
No, that's just the title I made up.
The beginning of a poem, honey. You got to finish that.
Well, I'm gonna finish it tonight.
You got to finish that because that right there, just those two lines is powerful.
I'm gonna
Until the
finish it tonight. Thank you.
and the ink runs out, baby. Yeah, I like that. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Okay, okay, and yes, Nima, I'm glad how you bring them in that, and because like you said, family or loved ones important,
Yes.
very important, very
Yes.
important. So that's what's up. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a taste of Nima L. Shining Star on a taste of Lavina Poetic Empress. I stay coming at you with some fire.
Yes, she does.
So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, dua. And dua means praise, it means thank you. I give praise and thanks for Nima, for her family, for my family, for all of our lives.
Yes. Yes.
All of the joy, peace, and healing that has come. We just claiming that thing right now.
Thank you so much, sister. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Uh, um, it's been a blessing Thank you so much, Nima. I appreciate you. Peace.
Peace. All right, take me out of here.
Wait a minute, I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Hold on, hold on.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm new at this one. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Um, I'm new at this streaming thing, but you know I'm going to master it, right? Uh huh. Uh huh. So I will see you next Tuesday night, March 19th at 7 p.m. Peace. Thank you.